Dialogic reading is a way for your child to take a more active role in listening to you read the book. And it's very important because it helps a child to become a better reader when they're older. I'm going to show you how you can do dialogic reading with your child, even if you don't know how to read. The example book that I will be using tonight is called Flotsam. This is actually a book without any words. I'll show you some pages of the book now. The story is told through pictures. Lots and lots of pictures. We can start. Are you excited to get started?
Yes.
So the secret to dialogic reading is to be asking your child throughout the book some questions that prompt them to think about what they see. It's a more interactive way of reading. It encourages the child to actually become the storyteller, and you, the reader, would become more of an audience. So some of the most important strategies would be called the PEER strategies, P-E-E-R. They represent prompting the child to say something. They represent evaluating the child's response. Then you want to expand on the child's response, and then you ask the child to repeat. So I will begin now with this picture here. Evie, what do you see in this picture?
I see a crab.
What else do you see?
A big eye.
That's right. This is a crab, and it's kind of a blue crab. And this eye is a blue eye. Can you say blue eye?
Blue eye.
Very good. So in this way, I asked the child to tell me something. I evaluated the child's response. I gave a little bit more information about the picture, and then I asked them to repeat it. There are several other kinds of prompts you can do. One is called a completion prompt. In this way, it would be like, I think I'd be a glossy cat, a little plump but not too, and then you ask the child to answer. So in this picture,
Gonna break it, Mom.
1, 2. This one's red and this one's
Blue.
very good. That was more of a completion prompt.
And that one is for the little boy.
That's a little one. Another example would be a recall prompt. In this case, an example would be, can you tell me what happened to the little blue engine in the story? So I could page a little bit forward, and my daughter has seen this book, parts of this book before. So when she gets to this picture,
Mom, I'm not a child.
I'm going to ask her, what happens to the boy in the picture? What do you see here?
A boy.
What is he doing here?
He's walking.
Oh, what does he see?
He sees a crab.
And what is he doing now?
He's petting the crab and looking at it.
What's going to happen here?
He's gonna fall into the water.
Yes, what is coming at him right here?
A big wave.
That's right, a big wave. And so what happens to the boy when the wave hits him?
Goes into the water.
And then what does he find?
Sea.
What is that stuff? Do you remember the word for that? It's sea something. Seaweed.
Seaweed.
So here we've turned the page, and she can see that the boy got knocked over by the water, and the water has brought something with it. Seaweed on his feet, and something else in the sand.
A camera.
That's right, a camera. So another type of questioning is called an open-ended question. An example would be, tell me what's happening in this picture. So I'll flip it over, and I'll show you there's a lot going on. I'm going to ask her to try to interpret that. First, there's this page, but then there's this page. So So what is the boy doing here?
He's standing in the water looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Then what's that?
These are little barnacles. They're little sea creatures that live on the camera because the camera was underwater for so long. What do you see going on here?
He's looking that way.
Hmm?
He's looking that way.
What does it mean when you're putting your hand up like this?
Thinking.
I think he's thinking. What is he doing now?
He is running to his mom and dad.
What do you see in this picture? What's happening?
He is showing it to his mom and dad.
Very good. Another example of prompting would be the WH prompts. This could be, what's the name of this? What is the name of this?
A battery.
It could be a battery. It looks like a battery. I think it's something called film. It's the thing that used to take the pictures in cameras from a long time ago.
What is that? That's a robot fish.
Yeah, that is a robot fish. I was just about to ask you what that is. She's describing this as a robot fish. Another way that you can ask...
Wait, you could ask me, what kind of fish did we catch in the water?
Yes, I could. I could ask you questions like that. Something called a distancing prompt. This is a prompt where you ask a child to recall something that they might have seen.
I'm not a child, Mom.
An example would be, remember when we went to the animal park last week? Which of the animals did you see there? Now, a few weeks ago, we did go up to the cabin. Did you see any kind of animals? What do you remember from the cabin when we went up to the cabin?
Fish.
We were catching fish. What kind of fish did you remember catching?
You have to tell me, did we catch that fish or that fish?
Did we catch a robot fish?
We catch that fish.
We caught a live fish, didn't we?
Did it look the same as that one?
Did it look the same as that one?
No.
No, it didn't. This one's got all sorts of gears. And you can see. Do you remember what else we saw at the cabin? Something that looked like that?
A turtle.
That's right, we did see
And what are those?
turtle. These are shells. Do you remember seeing any shells up at the cabin?
Mm-hmm.
We did?
were throwing shells, and then I found the most beautiful shell.
Oh, very good.
And there was a little creature living in there.
Yes, that could be very true. Well, there you have it. Those were several strategies of how to do dialogic reading with your child.
I want to do a rhyming thing. There is a rhyming thing.
There's a rhyming thing. And the importance of the dialogic reading is, again, to get the child to be more interactive with what they see on the pages. This helps them to learn that there is information on the pages that they can access, that they can question about, that they can learn the story from. And when you do this with your child, it helps them to become a better future reader because they're better able to and better aware of the information on the pages. Even if you can't read, you can do this. Thank you very much for listening. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.